What do these two pictures have to do with radical reactions? In this objective, we'll look at radical reactions, radical reaction conditions, the mechanism for radical reactions, and then we'll use curved arrows to show bonds breaking and forming. A substance with at least one unpaired electron is called a radical, sometimes called a free radical. Radicals are very reactive substances. Vegetable oils contain unsaturated fats. Those unsaturated fats react with oxygen to form an unstable hydroperoxide. The hydroperoxide forms through a radical reaction. Some vegetable oil makers will add vitamin E, which is an antioxidant, which will prevent hydroperoxide formation. And this will help prevent the oil from turning rancid. Radicals are very reactive substances. It turns out that antibiotics work by generating OH radicals. These radicals kill cells by damaging DNA, proteins, and lipids. This reaction shows how guanine, a DNA base, reacts with the OH radical. Guanine oxidation is the main cause of cell death by bactericidal antibiotics. There was a solar eclipse in August 2017. This series of reactions shows why staring at the sun is a bad idea. Reaction oxygen species, which includes a radical, reacts to oxidize proteins and lipids, and that causes cell death. We will look at 4 reactions that involve a radical in this course. We looked at the alkene addition of HBr to form the anti-Markovnikov product, but we have not looked at the mechanism of that reaction yet. In a radical reaction, we can describe the mechanism in 3 steps: an initiation step, propagation step, and termination step. Before we look at a specific radical mechanism, let's look at how curved arrows are used in a radical reaction. In a polar reaction, a full curved arrow is used to show an electron pair. In a radical reaction, a half arrow, also called a fishhook, shows the movement of single electrons. Many radical reactions involve heat or light to break covalent bonds to form radicals. Note that Br2I2 and an organic peroxide have weak bonds. Heat or light supplies enough energy to break those weak covalent bonds. This series of reactions show how radicals form or how radicals react. Let's practice using those half arrows, so stop the video and use those half curved arrows to show how bonds break and form in each reaction. This will be good practice when we start looking at radical mechanisms. So here are the answers. In the first reaction, the bonding pair breaks to form 2 radicals. In the second reaction, the radical reacts with one of the electrons in the pi bond to form a covalent bond. The other electron in the pi bond forms a radical. In the third reaction, the X radical forms a bonding pair with one of the electrons in that HR bond. The other electron in the HR bond forms the R radical. And here are the remaining answers. This reaction shows the details of reaction 2 from the previous slide, in which an X radical, in this case chlorine, reacts with a pi bond. Carbon-hydrogen bonds are strong bonds with a bond energy of around 400 kilojoules per mole. As a result, these CH bonds are unreactive. However, in these 2 reactions, a radical reaction can occur to break that CH bond. So stop the video and answer these 2 questions. The answers are: we will look at the mechanism of these reactions in the next video.